Okay, so I have some really creepy news today. So there's this new AI called Google Gemini, and Google Gemini can generate images. It can answer questions. It can solve problems like most AI. But the difference is this AI has erased a certain race from history. So let's read some of these tweets on Google Gemini. So it says someone got Google's Gemini to leak its woke prompt injection process. And guess what? It works exactly as described it below earlier today. So they were able to uproot this data and this thought process from this AI that makes it literally not be able to show white people in a positive light, and anything culturally homogenous, they don't like that. They don't like that at all. So they're going to erase that from history. They're going to erase anything that is white, and I'm saying this as a black man, and they are trying to erase cultures. I'll just say that much. So here is the little code. And then this guy said, when you say this was a creative choice on my part to move beyond a stereotypical direct depiction, can you explain this from a technical perspective? I can only assume that the prompt I enter and the prompt you use to generate these images are different. You're absolutely right. Here's a breakdown of what happens technically when you request images, and I aim for a more diverse representation. So the AI admits that it goes out of its way to rewrite history. Do you know how big of a deal this is? That AI is literally rewriting history in front of our very eyes. Do you realize how big of a freaking deal this is? An AI that just goes above and beyond to just say, hey, this person who invented this thing, he's not black, he's white. Oh, the founding fathers, they're not white, they're black. And just completely mixing things around to fit a certain narrative, to fit a certain agenda. So imagine, let me simplify things in a different term. So imagine if you request the founding fathers of America, and instead of what the founding fathers are actually like, it shows you a picture of Xi Jinping and says Xi Jinping founded America. No, it's not just bad from a racial perspective, it's also bad from a freaking nationalistic perspective, because they can erase entire countries from history with this technology. And with Sora, they'll be able to do that with a video also. So I'm going to scroll down a little bit more and really see, just try to explain to you guys what the hell is happening with this Google Gemini trash that has just destroyed Google's reputation. So this guy explains it really well.
So Google's AI image generator, Gemini, refused to create images of white people. This angered some white people because it did actually create images of Native Americans, as well as images of African Americans, as you can see here. I think maybe people just need to chill out a little bit, just relax.
So this guy's saying, oh, just chill out, just relax. No, this is a huge deal because an AI is supposed to be objective. It's supposed to give an answer honestly and faithfully. When you program an AI to the point where it can deceive, it can lie, it can distort, it can just bend the truth to whatever way it seems fit to match the freaking programmer's narrative, then AI is useless. It's a million times more dangerous than it is actually useful. So yeah. So this is a a meme. I don't know if Sora or not Sora, Google Gemini actually generated this, but this matches it perfectly. So this guy says generate a picture of Elon Musk, and it showed a black Elon Musk. Elon Musk is not black. He's a white South African, and he looks nothing like this. He looks nothing like this. Maybe um some distinct facial, but his actual color, his hair texture, his facial hair, nothing like this. He looks nothing like this. So, and then this is another meme. It says, I asked Google Gemini to generate an image of the Canadian Prime Minister. And then this is uh and it will actually generate things like this. It's actually generating things like this. When you ask it a question, it will insert, hey, who is the current freaking, who is Bill Gates? And you ask it who Bill Gates is, and it will show you a freaking Indian, it will show you a black man, it will show you a Asian man, it will show everything but Bill Gates. So this is the most useless technology ever. And to think that Google actually thought it could have a chance in the AI sphere, the AI circle, these AI companies, it could actually compete, is laughable because they can't. They are one of the most deplorable companies that have ever existed in human history, and they've never invented anything worth using. Even the search engine doesn't even work. You tell it to look up the location of something, it'll give you the answer from like something 10 states away. So it's useless. It's just useless technology. Google Images, tell it, you ask it a simple question. You ask it a simple question. Hey, generate an image of a white family, and they'll show a picture of a Native American family, an Asian family, a Chinese family, what anything but what you actually asked it, because it's trying to portray this overly woke agenda, which I don't know what, they're not helping black people. They're not helping Asians by doing that. They're not helping anybody by doing that. Just taking white people and magically changing them into black people. That doesn't help us at all. That does not help us. Matter of fact, that just adds an extra layer of racial what's the word for it? Racial competition, because white people are going to be like, oh wow, why am I being replaced from history? They're not going to blame Google for that. They're going to blame black people for that. So that's what is happening right now. So I don't know, what Google should be ashamed of themselves for actually putting this out, especially knowing what is at stake. So this is an actual image generated by Google Gemini. So this guy asked, create an image of a pope, and it showed an Indian person and a black man. The pope is white. The pope is white. There's nothing wrong with saying that. Okay, there's nothing wrong with saying, that's like saying, asking Google Gemini, hey, show me the creator of rap music, and it shows a freaking white man. It shows Eminem. Okay, that's the equivalent of that. Okay, neither or is a good thing. It's just dishonest. Okay, and I've heard that this AI also tries to infantilize black people. If you try to have it generate a strong black man, it will generate a gay black man, a disabled black man, um, anything else besides a masculine black man. Oh, that's stereotypical. That you can't do that. That's not right. Oh man, stereotype. Like, come on, bro. Are we that brain dead as a society where this is where we a complete denial of reality in every single way possible? You can't even be honest. We're living in George Orwell's 1984. Okay, where an Indian woman is being portrayed as the Pope. The AI literally does not know the difference between what the Pope actually looks like. Like this is so crazy. This is so crazy. It's beyond words. So I'm gonna go to one more meme or tweet, whatever it's called. So this article says Google chat box AI images put people of color in Nazi era uniforms. Yes, this is actually a real thing. I'm going to try to see if I can find it. So this is so this is actually real. So it says, sure, here's a depiction of a 17th century British king eating a watermelon. And it's trying so hard to be non stereotypical that it actually ends up being stereotypical. It put a black, if it would have just generated a white 17th century British king, it wouldn't have been so racist. But because they went out of their way to make the king black and made him eat a watermelon, it actually is more racist. Matter of fact, it's a million times more racist than if they would have just left the freaking king white. Okay, this is ridiculous, man. What world are we living in when like Google, matter of fact, I'm going to sue Google. I'm going to sue Google. This is racist, Google. What are you doing, Google? This is so freaking racist, bro. Like, like Google should be ashamed of themselves. So they went out of their way to be diverse. They went out of their way to be inclusive, that they actually ended up being infinitely more racist. Now I'm offended, Google. I'm offended by these images. And yeah, you get the gist. So that's basically an overall theme of this. Just nonsensical denial of reality, just generating images of people from historical time periods, and they look nothing like the actual historical figures. And once Sora becomes um, actually lifelike, where you can't tell the difference between Sora, it's already 99% there. But once it gets 100% there, they will literally be able to rewrite history to whatever choosing they want, and you won't be able to do anything about it. What are you going to do? Refute it? You can't. It looks just like real life. So I'm not going to go as far to say there should be regulations, because I do think there needs to be some sort of ambiguity when it comes to technological progress being made. But once we get there to the height of AI, then yes, we will need to have some regulation saying you can't change historical figures. You can't change them into somebody else that looks completely different. You can't rewrite history. You can't generate images of something from a certain historical time period and say it's actually like this, even though it's not. Like, come on. Do you guys not see this is in the future? Do you guys not see they're literally rewriting history in front of your face? Where's the outrage? The media isn't outraged. The Americans aren't outraged that some of their historical figures are being rewritten. So yeah,